Okay, welcome back to my channel again. This is part 2 of Law of Sines. So we just did where we were finding a side length with a law of sines, and now we're going to be finding the angle. So we're going to have to use inverse sine for these. So first thing is the sine function always has a range between 1 and -1 because our unit circle has a radius of 1. Angles with a positive sine value, so all students take calculus. Sine is positive only in the first quadrant and the second quadrant. To find the other angle, we're going to subtract from 180, and the sum of the angle measure in a triangle is always 180. And a really big important thing here is that no triangle can have two obtuse angles, so we're going to have to be careful with that. Okay. So I'm going to draw my triangles. I'm going to go ahead and do this for like all of these. They're all going to use A, B, and C, so I'm just going to label them all like A, B, C. I'm a visual person. You guys should know this by now. So I'm just going to label each one of these A, B, and C. If you need to pause the video to do this yourself, you go right on ahead. All right, so the first one, number 1, it says that the measure of angle A is 60 degrees. It says that AB is 30 inches. BC is 27 inches. And we want to know the measure of angle C. So first, if I set this up, I have the sine of 60 over 27 equals, we're trying to find the angle, so sine of x over 30. I'm going to do the same thing that we've been doing. We're going to cross multiply. So 30 sine of 60 equals 27 sine of x, and divide by 27. So at this point, I mean, we don't know what this stuff is. We're going to put it in our calculator. So 30 sine of 60 divided by 27. I'm going to do that side first. So I know that this side is 0.9624. And we'll do the inverse sine of 0.9624. And I'm going to get 74.2. If you're a little off, because like, I don't know if y'all know this trick, but I could have also like scrolled up to this and press enter, and it will do it in there. But if you're a little off, it's okay. So we know that this angle, we'll call it X, can be 74.2. But it also could be another angle. So it's not just 74.2. So to find the other angle that it possibly could be, we have to subtract from 180 to find the other possible angle. So it could also be 105.8. I just have to make sure that this angle right here isn't obtuse because I can't have two obtuse angles. So this is acute. So these both would, this one would be okay being obtuse. It would work. So you're going to have two possible solutions here. All right, so number 7, it tells us that the measure of angle C is 89, AC is 34, AB is 26, and we want to know the measure of angle B. So set up my ratio. The sine of 89 over 26 equals sine of x over 34. Do your little cross multiplying. And divide by 26. This is where I bring my calculator in. So, sorry. 34 sine of 89 divided by 26. So this is, no. .3075 equals sine x. So I have to do the inverse. There's two different ways you could do this. You could round the way I just did and do it like this. Or you could do the sine inverse. You scroll, press enter, but it's giving me an error, which is fine. So that means that this is going to be no solution. It's not possible here. That's okay. All right, so number 8, it says the measure of angle C is 102. It says AC is 21, AB is 24, and the measure of angle B is what we want to know. So we're going to set up our ratio. The sine of 102 over 24 equals sine of x over 21. And, sorry, cross multiply. And I'm solving. Put that in my calculator. Did I do something wrong? This is right. Sine x over 21. 21 sine of 102. Divide that by 24. Huh? I'm doing this right. Sorry. Oh, okay, no. I put it in the calculator wrong. You see that? I screwed up. I should have put that in the calculator and I put that in the calculator. See? But I knew that I messed up. So what I should have done is 0.8559. Sorry, I just didn't want to stop the video because then I have to start all over again, and that's a lot of work for me. So I know that my angle is 58.9. I have to find the other angle, so I'm going to subtract, like I'm going to find the other possible angle, and that's going to give me 121. Do y'all see this? 121.1. So it could also be 121.1, but that isn't going to work, this one, because I already have an obtuse angle, and I can't have two obtuse angles in a triangle. That's just not possible. So this other angle is not true. So this is the only one that's going to work. All right, so this one, measure of angle B is 95. AC is 34. BC is 21. We want to find the measure of angle A. Set up my ratio. So the sine of 95 over 34 equals the sine of x over 21. And cross multiply. Divide by 34. So 21 sine of 95 divided by 34. I'm going to round that to 0.6153. And then I'm just going to take that inverse. I get 37.97. I'm just going to say that that is 38. To find the other angle that it could possibly be, we got to subtract from 180. And that gives us 142. Okay, but 142 isn't going to work. And the reason why it can't be this is because this is already obtuse. It's already greater than 90. I can't have two obtuse angles. So this is the only possible one. All right, here. Measure of angle C is 30. AC is 29. AB is 28. And I want to find the measure of angle B. So sine of 30 over 28. I hope y'all know that it's because they're across from each other. That's how I'm getting these. Equals sine of x over 29. So 29 sine of 30 equals 28 sine of x. And divide by 28. So 0.5179. And I'm really only like rounding like this because some people don't have this fancy calculator. And I get 31.1. And the other possible one, let's take 180 and subtract 31.1 that it could be. It could also be 148.9. So I need to check to make sure that I don't already have an obtuse angle, because this is obtuse. So it's fine because this is acute, so both of these would work. And this last one. All right, the measure of angle B is 125. BC is 24. AC is 21. And I want to know the measure of what? Oh, measure of angle C. So before I can find the measure of angle C, y'all see why I said what? It's because I got to find the measure of angle A. So I have to do this first before I can find C. So when I set up this ratio, the sine of 125 over 21 equals the sine of x over 24. Cross multiply. Divide by 21. So 0.9362 equals sine of x. Let me take that inverse though. And it tells me 69.4. And the other one, I would subtract from 180. So 110.6. So this one is like not possible, because do you see that this angle right here is already 125? So if I subtract 125 from 180, then both of these angles would have to be split up between 55 degrees. Those are really, really small angles. So there is no way that one of these could be 69.4 degrees, because if I add 125 and 69.4, that's going to go over 180, and especially if I add 110. So both of these are not possible. So we have no solution here. No way this triangle is going to work out. Okay, bye.